Hey folks, today we're going to talk about the 1 to 4 player game Language of Magic. We're going to go down to the table, I'm going to show you some gameplay, and then we're going to go over my final thoughts on the game. There's a lot to the Language of Magic, so I'm just going to give a super brief overview or just very general idea of how to play it. So basically there's several different modes in the game, and the game actually does come with these really cool handy player reference sheets that show you the turns you can take and how the things work out. I highly recommend using these. It's really nice that these got included with the game. In the beginning of the game, you're going to pick one of these avatars to play with, and you're going to go ahead and set up your, based on difficulty, you're going to go ahead and set up the Lich here and his different minions. And the goal of the game is you're going to go ahead and try to use these cards here to form words with the different powers on it. This is not a good pickup, but basically you're going to use these cards to deal damage to the minions and hopefully take out the Lich before he takes out you. Now, that is going to be like the solo and cooperative version. You're going to go through, and the Lich is going to have these cards that's going to hurt you and do different things during the game. Maybe summon some more of these bad guy minions on there. And you're going to basically do that with the solo and co-op, like I said, and you're going to try to take that out. Now, you also can play duels where you're just going to play with these avatars, and you're going to use the deck of the language magic for the avatars, and you're going to go through and you're going to build your deck and duel each other. Now, the cool thing about this game is it is a deck builder. You're actually going to be playing cards and purchasing new cards to build up your spells in the game, and you can get some really cool combos. And that's really what makes the game, is the fact that you're going to be crafting your deck. It's going to be unique every time. Your players have their own little unique powers. Like this guy can add 2 potential to his spending pool thrice per game, so 3 times per game. Now, and each of them have their cool asymmetric abilities. They have, I don't think any of them have a different starting book, a spell book. When I played, they all had the same, but their asymmetric powers are really cool. So it's fun to play with the different types. I did find this was a lot of fun playing solo, fighting the minions here and trying to take out the Lich. Now, I know they didn't go over too many of the rules in the game at all, or any of them, just basically overview of the game. I might do a rules video in the future, but there's a lot to the game. The rule book is really cool because it actually has like a lot of the flavor on the monsters too. So I would go here, you can explain some of them on there. It goes, talks about the creatures themselves, what they are, what it does. It talks about the world in general that the language of magic is in. So that's basically an overview of what you're doing during the game. So let's go ahead back up and I'll give you my final thoughts on the language of magic. Okay, so the language of magic. It is a good game. I like it a lot. I think where it shines the most is on single player, playing it solo. I like Fight the Lich. I like doing all that stuff. It's a great adventure style game. There's a lot to this small game, so I'll give it that. The only negative I can say about the game is the rulebook is a little rough to get through, but once you get through it, there's a lot of additional flavor context in the rulebook. There's a lot of stuff there. I highly recommend giving it a shot if you want to, especially if you want to, looking for a solo game where you can play like a solo adventure. So that was The Language of Magic by Geek Games. Thanks for watching.